Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Essential Book Drop. We're featuring our top 3 new releases that you can see and download at essentialbookdrop.com. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's October 21st, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and my bookworm sidekick, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. Ready to talk about some very different books today.
Very different is right. We've got quite the mix. A real high-stakes thriller, then something incredibly profound, a memoir, actually.
Very important.
And then we finish with, well, something I didn't see coming, apocalyptic romance.
Yeah, genre bending is putting it mildly. But it sounds fun. Should be interesting to unpack them all.
Definitely. So let's maybe jump right into the thriller first, get the adrenaline going.
Sounds good. Where are we starting?
Okay, first up is No Ransom. That's Blake Wilder FBI mystery thriller book 30 by Elle. Gray. Genre is kidnapping crime fiction.
Book 30. Wow.
I know, right? Book 30. That tells you something straight away, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. You don't get to 30 books in a series unless you're really delivering what readers want. Consistency, compelling characters.
Exactly. People know Blake Wilder. They trust the author to deliver. Yeah. And this one sounds like classic Wilder territory.
So what's the setup here?
Well, Agent Blake Wilder and her team, they get called out to LA. There's this really disturbing pattern emerging.
Okay.
5 children, all young, like 3 to 5 years old, have just vanished over the last few months.
Oh, wow. That's awful.
And the LAPD Juvenile Division, they've got nothing. No leads, completely stalled.
Which is presumably why the FBI and Wilder get involved.
Right. But here's the crucial bit, the thing that sets the tone. It's right there in the title. No ransom.
Ah. Okay, so no one's calling demanding money.
No one. And in this kind of story, that immediately signals something much, much darker than a typical kidnapping, you know?
Yeah, it points straight towards, well, the worst fear, human trafficking.
Precisely. So the moral stakes are just incredibly high from the get-go. It's not about money. It's about saving these kids from something horrific.
And how does the investigation go? Do they find anything early on?
Well, it's tough going. Classic procedural stuff. They're digging through hours of surveillance footage, trying to piece things together.
Standard operating procedure.
Right. And they do start noticing things, certain individuals who seem to appear repeatedly near where the children were taken.
Okay, so maybe a potential lead.
Maybe. But the leads are thin. They're not quite connecting. The team's hitting walls, feeling that pressure, that ticking clock.
Which, for book 30, you need more than just the case itself to keep longtime readers hooked,
Yeah,
right?
the author needs to escalate.
Exactly. And that's just what happens. Just when the case seems completely stuck, the threat suddenly becomes personal. Very personal.
How so?
Threats are made directly against the team members' loved ones, their families.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the perpetrators are fighting back, targeting the investigators. Yeah, it completely changes the game. It's not just about the missing kids anymore. It's about protecting their own families who are now in the crosshairs.
That definitely raises the personal stakes. What does Wilder do?
She's scrambling. We see her frantically calling an ally, Ayad, back in the Seattle field office, the FO, desperate for personnel, for protection for their families.
And does the help come through?
It doesn't seem like it, or at least not fast enough. The official channels are slow, maybe blocked, so she has to turn to someone else, another familiar face for readers' fish.
Ah, relying on her network outside the Bureau.
Yeah, exactly. It shows her desperation, but also her resourcefulness.
Yeah.
And for readers who know these characters, seeing Blake this vulnerable, this panicked about her inner circle, it adds real weight.
Absolutely. It makes it more than just another case file.
And the description says the team has to, quote, do the unthinkable and confront 2 monstrous threats head on.
Do the unthinkable.
Yeah.
That sounds like they're going off book.
Feels like it, doesn't it? Facing the traffickers and whoever is threatening their families simultaneously, it sets up a massive climax. Perfect for fans invested this deep in the series.
Sounds like a must-read for fans of, say, James Patterson's Women's Murder Club, or maybe Melinda Lee, that kind of high-stakes personal threat procedural.
Good comparisons. Okay, so from that intense fictional threat, let's move to something starkly real and, frankly, incredibly difficult.
Okay, I know which one you mean.
Nobody's Girl. A memoir of surviving abuse and fighting for justice. It's by Virginia Roberts Giuffre. The genre is memoirs of surviving abuse.
Yeah. This is a really important one, and an essential read, like you said earlier.
Absolutely. It's the story of the woman who courageously stood up to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
And her role was just crucial. I mean, her speaking out, her testimony, it was instrumental in helping bring them both down.
Definitely. And that infamous photograph, the one with Prince Andrew, that was hers, and it really catalyzed his fall from grace. This book is her full story, in her own words.
And it's vital we mention the context here. It's tragic.
It is. Virginia Roberts Giuffre sadly took her own life in April of this year, 2025.
But she left this memoir behind. She'd been writing it, and her explicit wish was for it to be published.
Which makes reading it feel even more significant. It ensures her voice, her truth, is preserved exactly as she wanted it heard. It's her legacy.
And the content itself, the description says it's unsparing.
Completely. It details her time being trafficked by Epstein and Maxwell, trafficked to powerful men, but it also goes back further to the molestation she endured as a child.
Providing that crucial context for her later vulnerability, it's heartbreaking.
It is, but the book isn't just about the abuse, it's also about her escape, her survival.
Right. She got out when she was 19 and somehow managed to rebuild her life.
And not just rebuild it, but find this incredible courage. The courage not only to seek justice for herself, but to become this powerful advocate for other survivors globally.
That transformation from victim to survivor to advocate is just immense.
It really is. The book is described as, enraging, obviously, but ultimately a powerful document of survival.
It serves as a historical record, too, a testament.
Yeah.
It demands that we, as readers, bear witness.
Yeah. Honoring her wish to have her story heard. It's about confronting these huge systemic threats, abusers protected by wealth and power. It shows the unbelievable bravery required.
And the lasting trauma, even when some form of justice is achieved. It's a stark contrast to the fictional thriller, where the protagonist usually gets closure.
Yeah.
Here, the fight and the scars are profoundly real.
Absolutely. Essential reading, but definitely approach with care.
Agreed.
Okay, let's pivot now. Hard pivot to something completely different.
Right. The genre smasher.
Dating After the End of the World by Geneva Rose. Genre, romantic suspense, which barely covers it, I think.
Probably not. Geneva Rose, she's a #1 New York Times bestseller, but for thrillers, right, like twisty psychological stuff.
Exactly. And now she's doing zombies and romance together.
It's certainly a choice, but maybe a brilliant one. It taps into something, maybe this need for connection and even humor when things seem bleakest.
Well, the premise sounds genuinely funny. We've got Casey Pearson. For over 10 years, she's basically rejected everything about her dad's lifestyle.
What was his lifestyle?
Doomsday prepper. Full-on survivalist nut in her eyes. She left home at 18, wanted nothing to do with it.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Yep. Then, a mysterious viral outbreak happens. People turn into, the description says zombie-like creatures.
The end of the world, basically.
Pretty much. So Casey has to completely eat crow, as they say. Turns out Dad was right all along.
Oh, the irony. So she has to go back.
She's forced to.
Okay.
Go back home, live on her dad's fortified compound with him and his group of fellow survivors.
Okay, awkward family reunion during the apocalypse. But there's more, isn't there? The romance angle.
There is, because guess who else is stuck on the compound?
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
Her high school arch nemesis, Blake Morrison, the guy who apparently made her teenage years a living hell.
You're kidding. The bully.
Yes.
Trapped together. That's amazing.
It's the ultimate enemies to lovers setup, but under the most extreme pressure imaginable.
Right. Like, forget awkward coffee dates. You're probably arguing about who gets the last can of beans while fighting off the undead.
Exactly. The survival stakes just amplify everything, all those old grudges, but also maybe new connections. They have to rely on each other.
That forced proximity high-stakes trope, it can create incredible tension, both romantic and, suspenseful.
And the key thing seems to be the tone. It's not aiming for grimdark horror, apparently. It promises humor along with the action and suspense.
So, more like fun escapist apocalypse than bleak survival slog.
Seems like it. Action-packed escapism. It suggests that even when the world's ending, human stuff, annoyance, attraction, banter, it all still happens.
I love the pitch they use to describe it. It sums it up perfectly.
Which one?
Pride and Prejudice meets The Walking Dead.
Yes. That's brilliant, isn't it? The social dynamics, the romantic tension, but with zombies?
The world might have ended, but Casey's life, and maybe her love life, is just getting started. It's kind of wonderful in a weird apocalyptic way.
It really is. It's looking at resilience, isn't it? Finding connection, finding humor, even then.
So, across all three books, very different styles, very different threats.
Yeah, we've got the relentless criminal threat in No Ransom, the horrific systemic abuse in Nobody's Girl, and then literal societal collapse in Dating After the End.
But that common thread is there, isn't it? Survival, endurance,
Yeah.
facing overwhelming odds.
Whether it's Blake Wilder doing the unthinkable, Virginia Roberts Giuffre fighting for justice, or Casey Pearson navigating zombies and her old nemesis.
It's all about the human spirit pushing back, finding a way through, finding meaning even in the chaos.
Well, thanks for joining us today, and if you want to take a look at any of these books, visit us at essentialbookdrop.com, and you'll have all the links right there. Cass will do it again tomorrow.
Sounds great. See ya.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great new books, and whatever you do, remember this. When you read,
Your mind becomes its own kingdom.